Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Cohorts Podcast, number one podcast in Mombasa.
Yay!
Karibuni sana. We really missed you. Welcome back. We are glad that you are watching us today.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching and tuning in to our channel today. So this is our 17th episode, and we are delighted and so happy and so excited that you are there watching us. I hope you're going to keep it in and locked. We have something special for you during this episode. Isn't it, girls?
Yes.
So keep it locked. Keep it locked.
And also don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification button. Anytime we drop an episode, unakuwa wa kwanza kuambiwa na YouTube. You know, YouTube are very good at reminding people. So wewe tu pop, the cohorts have a new podcast, have a new episode, and it is mashallah.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies, how are you?
We're fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm happy. And it's raining. I don't like it.
Really?
So, yeah.
I tell you, Mombasa, it's raining and it's flooding even the places it should not flood. Guy. It's annoying. Is it? It's
very annoying.
Guys, when you come to Mombasa, don't come during the rainy season.
Yeah.
Just say wakati wa El Nino in quotes.
Okay, so for me, I feel like I'm happy. I'm peace. I've always been at peace, but I'm happy. I'm living like sort of a dream or something. So yeah, I can't complain. It's rainy. I love the rainy days because hatupati joto kidogo. Yaani Mombasa at least ako kabaridi watu wa bara wanapatanga. Pia si tupate kidogo. I love the rain, but it's not good because we have very poor drainage system. So it's a mess. I wish the rain was there, but with good drainage system.
Yeah,
but
sure.
there's nothing you can do about it. The rain is here with us, so just have to keep warm. Niwe daya wawili, lakini msipate mimba jamani. December ndio inakuja.
In simple terms, have your family planning checked.
Yeah. Either.
If you are not planning to be a mother next year in 2024, kindly see your guy now.
Okay, Sister Grace.
Yeah. Take precautions, ladies.
Anyway, guys, mnapandia mti wapi? We are planting trees on Monday. Where are you planting trees? Wewe unapanda mti wapi?
The real
Mti gani
question
utakuwa
is,
unapanda?
unapanda mti gani?
Mimi napanda ile mti ya matawi ya green.
Okay.
Yes.
Advice to anyone who is in the city, mwenye najua you are not going kupanda mti, panda ile mti yenye unaweza panda.
Panda mti yenye bora tu ni mti umepanda na unajua kuipanda, we panda hiyo mti. Mimi nitapanda mangrove.
And don't forget to have protective gears.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Yeah.
Mine is
Gumboots.
that. Helmets.
If you know, you know.
Anyway, we love our country because we come up with holidays when people are broke. Yeah, we decide like, you know what? Guys are broke right now. Let's give them a holiday. So we are having a holiday. We are going to plant trees on Monday. Na venye tumesema ile mti uko karibu naye mwenzangu, tuomba uipande. Lakini hakikisha hujaribu hiyo siku. We don't get these days every other day. Next year sijui watatupea holiday gani.
But next time
tunapanda miti.
Like it's already launched.
Yes.
Hold up, like this is now a holiday every year.
Yes. Ndio tushapanda miti.
Ndio itakuwa alafu mkumbuke ni not November. So sijui. Is the math thing?
But I think it's a good thing, come to think about it this way. At least tutaongeza our forest cover in the country. If we really plant the trees as it should be and look after them zimee, kuna kupanda na kuangalia ime. So
Okay, are they providing the seedlings? Or where are we getting the seedlings for pandai?
I think in the future maybe they will.
So hold up, unaniambia nikapande mti na unipe hiyo mti nikapande.
Na si umepewa holiday utafute mti.
Guys, I'm sorry
Si tumesema
that
ni mti.
my
Tutapanda.
co-hosts here really love the empty part. I was asking if the government is giving us green trees to plant.
No, but okay, for now I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Actually ukikuwa town utaelewa sana because maybe in the village maybe kina Dio, DC, sijui mzee wa nyumba kumi. Definitely definitely the government has come up with something. Haiwezi kuwa tu mpande miti tu hivyo.
I hope so. I hope so. But generally it's been a good week, a busy week, a rainy week, a muddy week, a floody week. Turudi summer. Afadhali joto, I swear.
Yeah, it's still hot. It's still hot after with the rain.
Yeah, it's still hot though.
Yeah, there is humidity.
Like you're in the house and you're sweating and it's cold outside, so you don't even get it. Anyway, guys, we have a really lovely topic today on our 17th episode.
Yeah.
It is very catchy, very emotional, and you guys are going to love it. I know all of us relate to it in one way or another. And the topic is toxic parenting.
Yeah. We've all passed through that growing up, especially with African parents. I think it's an African parent thing.
Yeah.
But I think our parents have now changed. For example, I think it was mainly if you are a millennial, you'll have gone through one or two things that we will talk about.
Yeah, sure. And parenting is still changing, and it's changing with even us on how we are bringing up our kids, because there are things maybe we went through. Some of you can't relate, especially Gen Zs. Amwezi relate. Gen Z, poleni, but you can come in and listen, like, and understand, so that you're not part of making the same mistakes again.
No, you can just come, listen, and feel woye for us.
So on the topic toxic parenting, we have so many scenarios, so many things we can actually talk about. And first and foremost, let's reach out about toxic kids. As much as we have toxic parents, we also have toxic kids. I've seen a situation whereby a child slaps the mom.
In Africa?
No, in
Kenya.
Oh, in movies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've seen a scenario whereby Mtoi like slapped the mom, like the kid was pissed and then akazaba mamake kofi, and it was quite unfortunate. So at some point the big question is, does the toxic parenting of the parents lead to the kids becoming toxic?
No, I think these are kids that are okay. With our upbringing, let's just be honest. Did you even have the energy? Did even the thought of you raising your hand to your parent cross your mind?
But now
it's because there was fear that was instilled to us that dia amekuja. So you know that the father is the disciplinarian. So if that thought wouldn't cross, it's how you maybe you've left the kid to do as they wish.
Yeah.
So I think from what Muniva you are saying, it's like the parent failed at some point.
They did
fail. No, to an extent that the kid now can raise their hand and hit the parent.
At some point.
Yeah, there's a problem with parenting.
With the parenting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not really a problem, or maybe the kid is into drugs or something, because I've had also cases where maybe the kid wants to go and buy cocaine, then they come, they hit the mom, so that's they are given the money. Yeah.
But me, I see at Uswahilini, like how they exchange words with parents, like kwenda nini, any abusive words, like your mom can abuse you something and you abuse the word to your mom, and maybe they can even abuse you with your father, and your father is seated there. Well, you see there's that, and it all comes back down to, have you streamlined things as a parent?
So basically, if you are a toxic parent, be careful, because you'll pass it down your kids.
Yeah,
you'll pass it down your kids. That's why you find that there are kids who cannot stay with relatives, they cannot stay without their parents, because there's a way the parent has brought them up that is not really right. You know, I've seen scenarios whereby Mtoi anaenda kwa wenyewe and the neighbors are like, the family is like, I will not deal with that kid. Ngoja mama yake akuje. Like, let's wait for the parents to come and talk to him, because we have a sisi. No, we're not doing that. And then in this culture right now, most of us don't punish kids in terms of beating, but tuna believe ukimuongelesha atasikia. But trust me, kuna wale watoto huwa hawasikii, lazima ushike kiboko.
Even the Bible says, you spare the rod and spoil the child.
But I think with this, doesn't it come like I feel like sometimes it comes naturally because being in a family that is blended. I have my younger siblings. We have siblings that are naturally stubborn, and I have my younger sibling who is my brother, the youngest. He's so naturally disciplined. Like it comes naturally with him. So sometimes it's something that maybe it's inborn. Wewe kama mzazi ulizungua mzazi wako, expect it from your kids or something.
But I also think the parent also play a very huge part. Apart from the fact that kuna mtoto amezaliwa mpole na kuna mwenye tu amezaliwa yeye, apart from that, even the parenting really matters. Do you even remember when you are young, your mom will just make noise, hit you, and you're just okay. But if you hear nitambia daddy, like the fear just gets into you and you just behave well. So I think even parenting really matters.
But don't you think hiyo kusikia mtoto na daddy was toxic?
I think that's okay. It's brought order in the family.
Because there are kids who don't listen to their mom. Generally, most people don't listen to their moms until it reaches a point where they are punishing you. But sasa when they mention daddy, now things are going to get serious.
Okay, don't you think that is majorly for boys? For girls, ukisikianga daddy unajuanga daddy's girl.
No, including girls.
Me for me, my mom, mimi kijuanga mamangu amejua kitu najuanga hapo discipline master. Kitanuka. Kitanuka, my friend. Kitanuka. But it comes back down to how the parents raise those kids.
Apart from that, we have mama's boys. Like, let me ask my mom. Have you been in that scenario whereby you're dating someone, or even you know someone, a friend or anything, someone close to you, yani yeye haezi make decision yote kama hajamuuliza mamake?
Their life is monetized by their parents.
So that is both to the female and male.
No, let's
start
to the boys. Yeah, because the boys ndo inakwanga bit too much.
Yeah, it's extreme.
I always think of it like this. If you have your son, will you not like for them to inquire things from you?
I don't mind my son inquiring things from me, but I want to raise a man who is independent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to raise a man who is independent, who can make decisions for his home and also for his family. If I have a son who has to come back to me all the time, ndo nimsaidia ku make decision, means I failed as a parent. Yeah. Because uko nje haezi jisimamia, lazima arudi kwangu. Kumaanisha ile siku yenye siko,
they are not able to make sober decisions.
Yeah. So, I think that's raising a man who is not independent enough, and that's wrong. That person should not even have a family.
Oh, okay. Even not about being independent here, adding on to what you said, Anita, it's also like you don't have to always necessarily make all the decisions for your kid. For a kid to grow up, or for someone to be called matured enough or a man enough, let them make those mistakes. Let them make those mistakes and learn from those mistakes. It's like the Bible says, a man shall leave the father and mother, and the girl shall leave the father and mother. Meaning, they're going to leave this. When you're going into something, you're not going to you're going to start something afresh. So we'll not be relying on the notes that we left behind for us to make the decisions that we have now. Make your own mistakes, even in relationship, even in work. Like, make those mistakes. We learn from our mistakes, and those mistakes are the ones, those scars are the ones that make us more stronger. Yeah, looking back for the mistakes that you've ever done in life, they streamline a lot of things. They help in a lot of ways.
I agree. Yeah. So if you know someone who is a mama's boy, mwambie aache.
But I think shida hata si kuacha. The problem is with the man and the mother.
Yes. And the mother.
Especially the mother.
As the mother, you want to raise an independent man. Mbona akikwambia hivi na hivi, you can just advise them like, hey, right now I think you have a woman in your life, or I think you have someone in your life. Kindly sit down, agree with them, and make a decision that works for both of you. But if you're always there, you are the first person to contribute in each and everything. Your son will never grow.
And this woman will always feel inferior. Trust you me.
Yeah.
Like, ata feel like, ni lini mimi nitakuwa na my home? Like, ni lini nita make decisions za kwangu? Ni lini nita grow up? Ni kama kuna kwanga na hii topic ya if your husband has a cow, your partner has a cow, who's supposed to sit in the front? Is it the one for the mother? There's always that.
Okay, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like,
The wife.
Huh?
I mean, yeah, I would sit in the
wife, yes.
passenger seat.
wow.
The mother to sit at the back left.
There's some mothers who are like, gari ya mtoto wangu nikae nyuma.
That's a toxic mother.
That's why it comes back down to mama's point.
I think that mother comes from the village.
Not the village.
No, that mother is not. She's not woke.
Really?
Yes. I mean, this is my car with my husband, right? And then you, as the mother, you like tell me go and sit at the back.
Yeah.
Woman, please.
Why should we even do that?
First of all, why am I even in my son's car?
No, you like amekuja ni mother-in-law amekuja. Kuna kwanga na hiyo kitu by the way. Kati ya wewe na mother-in-law nani anafaa kae mbele?
Akina farm argue over that. Say
There are
that
people
the
who
mother
argue
should
over
just
that.
know wewe kwako ni hapa nyuma, mtu akae na mtu wake.
Kuna mtu atafeel umenidharau mimi kunika nyuma. But me I don't sitting on the back left to my
So
friend.
let's say I'm just thinking tumeenda events, then kuna viti zimepangwa mbili, so maybe me and my husband and my mother-in-law with my father-in-law. So my mother-in-law will choose to come and sit close to my husband
Because it's the son.
because it's the son.
No.
Where's the difference
This
with the car?
scenario
Where's
is
the difference with the car?
Kuna watu they feel that way.
And that is why I'm telling you, this is either a Nigerian movie or this person is just straight from the village, because any modern person would not even have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any modern person wouldn't. First of all, as a mother-in-law, personally sitaki hata kuingia gari ya mtoto wangu.
Hata mwanzo sitaki kuishi nyumba. Na wale
Not even talking about living in the same household. But when it comes to things like cars and all that, baba, let's cross EV line. Ini yako, ini yangu. If I have to move around in a car, let me hire a car. But isifike mahali mimi na mke wako tukoseane heshima juu ya gari. No. Because first of all, I'd want maybe nani atafuel, there's just going to be some nitty-gritty.
But if you're not in a position to buy another car, hire another car.
I'm thinking of it like this.
Then I'll just sit at the back left and cross my fingers and
keep quiet. Yeah.
As the wife or as the mother?
As the mother.
But as the wife, I will never sit at the back left. I'll sit in the passenger seat.
Sasa mtapigana na mother-in-law kwa
Si
sababu
kupigana na mother-in-law, ni aelewe.
Mother-in-law ni toxic tayari. Aelewe ye mwenyewe. Kuna vitu zingine ufai pelekwa darasa. You just see and make decisions.
And if you're making those changes and if the husband is supporting the mother, kitakuramba. Trust you me.
It's okay. I will not put up a fight then.
Ni sawa, let it slide so that we go wherever we're going, calm and all that.
But afterwards, we'll have to sit down and put things straight.
True.
Yeah, like I know my place, your mom to know her place.
And there was this hilarious video that was going viral. I don't know if you saw it, where the lady went and slapped the mother-in-law. And then they slapped the husband. And then she was like telling them, you people are so used to me. You're always making decisions. You as the mother-in-law, go to your house. Don't come to my house and start making decisions.
Okay, that was overreacting. That is very disrespectful for the woman.
Yes.
The only thing she could have done is to talk to the husband. Unajua huwezi anza kwenda kuongea na mother-in-law mwambie wewe toka kwa nyumba yangu, no? Who is giving the mother-in-law power to come and make decisions in your house? The son. Even in this car scenario, if the son says, hey mom, kanyuma, the mother will go. She will not argue. She is just arguing because it's you. Ni wewe so ataka kukuonyesha huyu ni mtoto wangu. It's the son to make the decision.
And maybe she has not accepted you as the wife or something.
Really, ni kama zile Nigerian movies zenye tulikuwa tunaona, like the mother-in-law will come and cook for the son. Like mimi nimempikia mzee wangu ugali omena. Kisha mother-in-law yokuja yompikia matoke na labda nyama.
In your house.
Yeah, sasa sisi watu wawili tuwaleta kwa.
Kwani sisi ni wake wenza?
Ngoja sisi watu wawili tuwasavu mzee. Sasa mimi nimemsavu mzee wangu ile omena yetu. Mother-in-law amekuja na matoke.
Anasema I didn't raise my son with omena.
My son eats good no. Anazanga my son loves my cooking. Yeah, my son loves my cooking.
Kijana unabaki hapa kwa confused nikao umeoa mabibi wawili kwa nyumba moja.
Lakini pia wanaume wanashinda.
Sana.
Unaishi drama zote. mwanaume tu ndo anaweza kusimamisha.
True.
Yeah, the person who can say this is right, wrong, or let's take this direction is the man.
Because he's the common factor in both of you. So ni yeye amue.
Yeah.
Sure.
That has been interesting.
Very.
Hey, let's talk about physical and emotional damage when it comes to toxic parenting. I have seen kids being beaten up brutally by their own parents, and mostly squeezing ni mambo na step. Not just squeezing stepmother, stepfather, it's something very common.
Yeah.
So you find like the stepfather, stepmother, they are really hard on kids who aren't theirs in terms of physical abuse. You guys have heard of it?
Yeah. I also saw a video where a kid was very young, like less than 5 years. Alafu alikuwa anachapwa na ile tu fimbo kubwa. For me, I think any kid who is less than 5 years, I don't think kama kumchapa inasaidia. Kuna tu ile kumchapa kidogo, wewe, okay. But si eti kiboko kubwa ni kama ambaye sasa shwali unaua nyoka. It will not help.
And that is the physical. What about the emotional? Because I think that is the most damaging part of it. I think in this era, I've come to understand that we were mentally damaged. People were damaged because of the emotional abuse that people got. Physical sometimes inaonekana, but the emotional is more worse because you're having to deal with emotions that you don't know where you got all this from. You find someone is always constantly bitter because not because of anything, it's because of the harassment they got from the parents. You're always constantly unatukano, you're always constantly there's something, any feeling unappreciated, and it is coming back to when you grow up and you have to go to therapy and understand, oh, so I went through this emotional abuse and I didn't know it. So with that, I think it is up to us as going into parenthood, trying to change those things. Like, even if you're a parent out there, look how you talk to your kids. Like, sometimes vitu zingine ni unnecessary, they're just kids. Like me looking back, kuna vitu nasema ngai mazee hiyo ni torture tu nilipata tu.
Good example, you get a kid mwenye ana abuse mtoto wake na insult. Wenda, peleka unono huko.
Ati, yes.
Wewe uko 12 years, angalia matiti zimefika kwa kiuno. Why should you tell your kids such things?
Do you know you're tormenting this child? Hata kukuwa na confidence. Hata ndio maana unapata such girls, when they find a man who is appreciating them even with the bare minimum, they're just falling for them because hawajai kuwa appreciated in their life. Mamako alikuwa anakuambia wewe sura mbaya kama babako, and you're a girl. So you grow up knowing that mimi sura mbaya. Ama when it's msichana, especially for girls when matiti zao zilitoka like
mapema,
and then maybe you have bigger breasts, maybe more than your other siblings, or even more than your mother. You're the one who has the bigger breast in the family. Like for me in our family, like it is a thing, and it affects you mentally, especially as girls. It affects you growing up, like how you're created. You didn't choose to be like this. You didn't choose to be fat. You didn't choose to be thin. You know, you didn't choose to be tall or short. You didn't choose to be dark. And then there's that thing of pia kama unajua kuna familia zenye watu wanazaliwanga wote ni weupe, and then maybe wewe ndio mweusi. Wewe ulitoka wapi? Sura yani those. That is emotional.
I think as a parent, you should always filter your words before you talk to your kids. I think what kids when you are raised up where they are being affirmed, like you're beautiful, you're confident, you look good, how to turn out different than when everything like hata wewe ulikuwa uwezi fikiria akili yako ilikuwa wapi, no. You know, there are parents who tell their kids that I'm just taking you to school, it's a favor I'm doing to you. There are parents who tell their kids that to their face, like nakupeleka tu shule uende ukasome, you help yourself and maybe you're a miserable mother or something.
It's called intentional parenting. I think we need to be intentional about parenting, or even as parents I understand that umetoka job umechoka. Sawa, mtoto amekukujia, she doesn't know that umechoka, and then you're throwing tantrums to the kid. Niache. Do you know this kid? Yani tayari yani kuna there's some type of fear that you instill. So every time you're from work, mtoto amekaa juu, mama amechoka kutoka kazi, atakanza kusumbuliwa. And maybe this child has been, you don't know how their day has been. Wameshinda maybe in a housemaid, maybe she's going through something. You can't be the source of, like, haezi kuambia juu ushampusha away. So we need to be at least more intentional when it comes to parenting. Ama even as a parent, ama even us going into parenthood. Even the parents who are out there, if you've been doing that, try and change. Take your child out for dates, especially girls. Wasichana huku nje wanakuwa na vitu vidogo sana kwa sababu hukuona mzazi wako akufanyia. Mwanamume akikunulia pad tu na vile mwanamume amekupenda. And it is something maybe you can't even talk to your parent about, especially for girls, especially for people who are from very humble backgrounds. Like kuna vitu zenye
like it's a normal thing,
so sad.
but because you didn't get this from home, mtu mwingine akikufanyia you feel like
kumbe the biggest thing.
Watu fanya hivi kumbe ni ile bare minimum. Yeah.
Like me, you know someone that we used to study with, and we were in Form 3, and she used to say, for me, my parents even can't afford to buy me a pad. Like, my boyfriend has to buy me a pad. So, what are you giving back to the boyfriend?
No, I think of it like this. Maybe the parents can't afford to buy the pads because they don't have money.
Yes,
because of poverty.
Yeah.
That can be that can be like one of the case scenarios. But the problem is this parent can afford to buy the pads, and the parent goes like, wewe ukikuwa 18 years unafaa sasa ujue kujinunulia pads. Like, what are you telling your daughter? What are you telling your daughter? Anatoa wapi pesa na
wewe ni msichana mkubwa? Wewe ni msichana mkubwa, usizidi kunitisha pesa ya kusongwa.
Wow, atatoa wapi?
Si ndio hapo unajiuliza atatoa wapi? And that's why most of the girls end up having teenage, especially because we have a lot of that. Yeah.
Early marriage, teenage pregnancies happens a lot, mostly on the outskirts of Mombasa, places like Kilifi, Sambweni, Kwale. You find that girls get married at a very young age, get pregnant, wanaachana na bwana, maybe the husband was maybe married to someone else, then just had her for a short period of time. Hizo cases ziko more. Kwanza sahi generally teenage pregnancies rate iko juu sana.
And then sasa unapata madem juu washakuwa scared because this is a scare you've put in them, they end up becoming prostitutes because after that marriage you've been exposed to that type of life. You have to come, you're toxic, you're damaged. So since I'm damaged enough already, ni nini siwezi fanya? Wacha nijiuze.
On the same note, I've just remembered. Do you know there are parents who sell their kids for prostitution?
Yes. And that's toxic.
Like I had this thing back at home that mzazi anatuma mtoto wake like ajiweke tu in a certain position, a certain man amuone, maybe ni mtu kuna tu pesa kidogo, si sana, so ile ushabo. Then huyu dem ata play along and everything. Then when it gets to the day that they are meeting for sex, then the parent will come. So ikwe wamefumaniwa. Yes. And I'm set up, that's it. Alafu akim set up, then they will take money from the man.
Really?
Yes, it happens. I was told this story and I was like, haya. Wow. So what if your kid is raped? Utasema amerepiwa. Si wewe ndio ulimtuma.
Basi, si biashara. Sisi kwamba the kid is raped. Labda mtu amelala. Huyu dem kama amejua kustage hizo vitu, si obviously anafundishwa hata kulala na watu.
So they don't allow hawachi mpaka wafike hiyo stage, but sasa ile tu wakiingia kwa nyumba hivi kama ni nini, parents wanakuja wamewakuta. Really? Imagine parents do that for money.
Okay, and the other thing that is alarming, what's your opinion on the parents wanaendanga kudunga wasichana wao family planning without their consent? Without your consent. Unaona msichana matiti imeanza kumea, ameanza kubalei, unaenda unataka adunge family planning. You're young. You don't know your body.
It could be wrong, and also
it has a positive
I think I don't
negative.
have a problem with it per se, because umeona mtoto wako,
You know your child.
Yes, umemwona ameanza kurukaruka huku utafanyaje? You have talked to this kid. You have, kama ni counseling, kama ni kanisa, you have done everything as a parent. Utangoja arudikiwe ndo alana lesson. Yeah, so I think it's wrong and it's right also.
I think it's a case by case scenario. Before a parent decides to do that, inamaanisha ameangalia mtoto, amemonitor, ameona behavior zake. You cannot just wake up and do that to any child.
Sure.
It has to be a child who shows some certain kind of behavior. And to me, if a parent does that for a child mwenye ako na tabia fulani, it's just a precaution. It's just a precaution for things like drugs, for HIV and all that. Mtoto anaweza jimezea kwa sababu unaenda kujitafutia. Lakini vitu kama unwanted pregnancies, imagine you're a single mom of 3 or 4 kids, and then your eldest daughter already is moving around with younger boys. What will you do?
Okay, and have you guys like heard of cases whereby like someone had to go through that and they're now in marriage and they can't have kids? Because we have a lot of cases whereby this family planning have effects. We all know that as ladies. And you are young, you've never conceived, and you've been introduced to it, or you've been exposed to it, and then now it's affecting you when you really want these kids.
You see, my thinking is that is just bad luck.
Yeah.
Because maybe unaweza kuwa uko 18 ujipeleke for family planning and the same thing happens to you, you don't get kids. Na pia unaweza kuwa maybe uko 12 and your mom aone hapana, this is going wrong, I want better for my kids. Akupeleke usipate watoto. So it's just bad luck. The very same way unaweza tembea kwa barabara kwa gongo na gari.
Yeah.
And what about the parents that send their children for abortions?
As you said, Catherine, there are case-by-case scenarios, you know. For a parent to do that, haimaanishi ati anaifanya kwa kupenda ama kwa kutaka. It's a situation. Like, I have to do this because my kid cannot give birth at 12. My kid cannot give birth at 13. I have 5 kids. I cannot have another child at this particular moment. So it's a case-by-case scenario. We don't have to say the parent is bad because they did this. They had a reason. And in most cases, they're usually genuine reason. Put it in this scenario, you're a single mom, 5 kids, alafu mtoto wako ashike mimba bado. Utafanyaje? That's why you find some mothers get really angry, wanakuwa na hasira sana na mtoto wake. Anamfukuza nenda. But sasa juu mimi sitaki kufukuza mtoto wangu. I choose to say, you know what? I'll do for you family planning. I'll take care of you until you're a certain age. Now go and make your own decisions.
For me, I support those parents who take their kids for family planning, but I feel for abortion it's way too far. Angechukua precaution kwanza.
Yeah. Actually, go back to the precaution part.
I think also support you in that. Like the abortion part, traumatizing. Trust you. Really.
So guys, we have seen scenarios whereby your dad tells you don't get married to that man. Your mom tells you don't get married to that lady.
This happens a lot. Lakini ina happen sana kwa wale watu wanakuwa na pesa, in the rich of the rich families. Yes, we should be realistic here. Kwa sababu Kate, it's you who was telling us another story. I don't know, a very big pastor, I don't know what something happens. So we want here, marriage is all about connection. You are bringing this woman, you are bringing this man. What are they bringing in the table? When those rich, it's not about mapenzi.
Inakwanga arranged marriage most of
Yeah,
them.
ikwangi mapenzi. So
but in this era, we still doing arranged marriages because we are going into a wealthy family.
You know, in this era how they arrange, like niko na mtoto wangu, so and so is in the country, kindly bring him, let him come and meet Grace, let them go and know each other. Like, it's not arranged like lazima umuoe huyu, but your parents, they create situations where you people interact.
Na musipo work inakuwa ni chaos because uko na girlfriend yako mwenye mko na a genuine connection. So this is how it is. I have my girlfriend that I have my boyfriend that we have a genuine connection. Sindio? Na haijawaka. Huyu ni nani umetuleta kwa nyumba? Hatutaki huyu amekuja kuiba mali yetu. I don't think if we have this scenario with people who are living normal lives.
Do you know why the Indians and the Muslims marry each other? So that they can protect their wealth.
Their wealth, yeah.
So as Africans, the way we do it is by finding Nani, who is a friend of Nani that we know very well, ndo awe mtoto wangu. Personally, I would practice it.
Really?
Me too. Yes.
For me, I feel like we need to unlearn these things. Trust you me. reason why I'm saying that, because ndio mnaweza wana both of you from wealthy families, but do you have the capability of retaining the wealth? Because there is that. Both of you, maybe you both born from wealth, but do you have the capabilities of keeping or retaining that wealth?
The fact that we are a rich family means that the family, si wewe una retain your wealth, ni mimi. Unaelewa, me as the mother, mimi ndo najua mali hii pesa inatoka.
And that is why I point.
Lakini nitakufa, lakini sikule yule ametoka ni kwa pesa. You know, let me you know one thing, money will always go back to money. Yes. And there's a certain way, I think the very, very, very rich of rich, there are a certain way they think. Sindio? So mimi nimekufa, but nyote mmelelewa kwa pesa. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe I'm not there, but you have money. Back there, they have money. So thinking yenu itakuwa tofauti. It's not like umeleta mtu mwingine. Ukileta mtu mwingine inakuwa ni kama mmemchukua na shida zake. So pesa ni kama inatoka.
There's a lot going in and there's none coming in. You know, the idea always is, if it's going out, inaenda kidogo. And if it's coming in from all angles.
Even if it's not coming in, there are ideas that are coming in
that can generate
connections.
more money. Yeah. Personally, when I get my kids, what I will do, I will look for people to get married to my kids. Do you know why? Right now you marry someone, mtoto huo umeoleka na mtu, sio? Huo mtu unakuja unasikia kwao kuna history of retardedness. Hajawahi kuambia, I have something like this happened to us in our family. Hajawahi kuambia, hajawahi sema anything. You get married, a church wedding, you've lived together, and then the lunatism starts. And then you give birth to kids who are lunatics. But because you were not told, but if as a parent, first of all, I know the background history of this person who is going to marry my child, na ensure na protect my generation. I'm looking out for my future generation. But iliwe yenye saizi people just bring in nobody, just someone comes from nowhere. Haujui brothers zake, haujui sisters zake, wewe tayari umeshaikwa kama mistake, tayari ushatiwa mimba. Kidogo ndo sister yake yotoke huko ya kuambia dada kuna bibi mwingine Nairobi.
Ama unakaita usiku wa prepare.
I think one thing you should always have this discussion before you marry anyone. Talk about health. Acheni kuangalia sijui nini. Do you have cases of like sickle cell? Do you have cases of hemophilia? Do you have cases of Down syndrome? Do you have ongeeni hata kama ni yule mtoto wake, ndugu yake, kakake, dadake. You know, we can always avoid these things. Because hizi vitu ni genetic. So, kama if you have cases of the same, you have cases of the same. If you marry, chances are you have a kid wako. We should always talk about these things. Kuna mtu pia alikuwa ananiambia, a very close friend, before you decide to marry anyone, fanya background check.
Yeah, which is very important.
Just ask, go observe. Yeah, just talk to people.
Watakuambia. Hata mimi naweza sema jua hata the past 3 girlfriends of this person. Muongeleshe kuliendaje?
Mtu wajuaje jamani?
Alikuwa yoja nyumbani. You be smart. When you muongeangi when you're dating with someone, the time you guys talk, anaweza kuambia hata jina yule girlfriend wake. Tafuta mpaka upate.
Tafuta social media.
History ya exes tutaipiga behind the scenes. Maana hapa mkianza hii yangu hata ni
you have to have background history. And that is why unapatanga relationships nyingi zenye uwapoa. Watu walipendana, wakaachana, wakarudiana. Juana. Sasa kuachana inakuwa ni ngumu. Because I have history for your family. I have history for you. I know what you've been doing for the past 3 years. I know who you slept with, who you did not sleep with. I know what you've been drinking. I don't know what you drink, or whichever. I know where you've worked. Yani niko na history yako. But saizi mama mtu akuchukue tu out of nowhere. Wenda ati umepata jiko. Utaipata kweli.
I think pia ukienda places kama family members, people who know them, usikuwe mwongeaji sana. Keep quiet and listen. Skiza hata zile behind the scene, those random comments. Skiza tu, don't comment, just listen, keep quiet, just listen.
Hapo ndo hao ndo wanakuanga wasema kweli. Mwanzo unaona mashangazi wa kukuja, nani ndo mke wetu tumeletewa. Wewe nyamaza tu ujifanye zezeta tu ka. You get everything.
Me, I would advise people when your part ya kutafutia watoto wako a spouse is not bad, is really nice, but what you do, tafuta ule unaona wale mtu wa mtoto ali grow now au ndo watoto wako, someone that you've seen grown up, someone that you know amaliza shule, you know how the parents have brought them up, you know, yani uko na history ya mtu tangu awe mtoto.
Okay,
so by the time I'm handing over my daughter to this person, najua ni nani napeana mtoto wangu.
Sawa.
No.
Lakini Anita
Personally also, I want to add on the same. I have no problem with arranged marriage.
Never.
Okay, before I meet my person, maybe before I met them, tuseme my dad or mama ananiambia nimepanga wewe uolewe kwa familia fulani. I would have tried. Because I believe they know the family better.
Okay, but in this generation, let's just be realistic. In this generation, Anita, which child do you know is growing up now that you would recommend for your child?
I know, I already have booked a son for my daughter.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, yes.
ndio let turn out kwa kitu kingine.
Haina shida.
Allow them to grow
Mimi na
fast.
mamake tutamtengeneza awe mzuri.
Really?
Yeah, I have booked someone's son for my daughter.
From the same
I
like.
thought also, I also booked myself a husband as I was in nursery. Now we can't even talk. We are not even in the same group.
Hata hapa mimi tulibook wenye mimi, lakini watu wenye tumegrow nao na uitanga mabro wote. Okay, na feeling mtu mwenye tumegrow naye personally I wouldn't date.
That is the perfect person for you to settle down with, because this is someone you know. You know quite well.
Another thing, unaona kama wale wanyanya zetu. I think one thing pia ilifanya their marriages to work so much. Those were arranged marriages. Unajua unaingia pale, uendi pale na mapenzi. Because I've always said, mapenzi at some point inaisha. Unaenda pale, huyu ni bwanangu, we are here to make it work. Siwezi rudi kule nishapeana kwa kina nani, uko ndio kwetu. So pale ni it either works or it works.
Do you know why we have so many broken marriages right now? I just witnessed one a couple of days ago and it was just so sad. We have so many broken marriages, young couples parting ways because hatujuani mama. Hatujuani. Twaishi tu kwa sababu labda tuna huyu mtoto tulizaa. Lakini ukweli mimi na wewe hatujuani. Hata ukaniuliza your great grandmother's name. Sijui, because we found ourselves in a situation, we got high, we had sex, we had a baby, so let's raise the baby, you know. And that is why unafika huko mbele mnaachana na mtu ati because mtu ako na madharau nini. No darling, si ati ako na madharau, alikuanga hivi but huko unamjua.
Lakini madhara ya mtu ijuangi mpaka ukae naye miaka kadhaa kwa marriage. My mom always tell me marriage is not a bed of roses, sweetheart. Like you will have, yani kuna siku, because you are evolving as a woman, you will get to menopause, you have a phase in your life. We are always evolving, especially as women. So with that, mtu anakuja hata unaweza kuolewa na mtu ulikuwa unamjua hana hasira, ukashangaa hiyo siku hasira sijui imetoka wapi. You see, so it's also good to get married to someone you know. I would say that.
It has been a beautiful discussion.
Yeah.
We have so many toxic parents. Let me just give you guys a story. I was at the beach someday, Mombasa Beach. I usually go to the beach at times nikitoka job just to unwind, relax my mind. So there was this family. I think the guy was like a side nigger to this lady, and then this lady had a kid, and she was very drunk. So mtoi wake akalilia crips, and then the guy for the crips akambaia. Then ikakuwa mtoi wake anataka tena ice cream. Na kwa mama alitusi mtoto mpaka namgongea mguu, motherfucker wewe, toka hapa. And she's drunk and she's shouting, umbwa wewe. Mtoto analia, anapiga nduru. Sasa huyu chali ndo anashika huyo mtoto, anambembeleza. Huyo mama tena kwanda
Because
nini? Yeah, so actually I told myself, this woman, this is her real self. She does not love this kid. She only pretends it when she's sober. But when you're drunk, you know, you become your real self. Alikuwa mpaka namwagia hivi mchanga. Na mguu
Mtoto mdogo.
kasichana kadogo hivi. Do you know, I got so uncomfortable, ibidi nitoke. Because the next thing I was going to talk, and she's drunk, what is going to happen? I'm going to have exchange of words. and that's her kid. Definitely whatever she does to her kid is her business, but kuna zingine. So there are so many cases of toxic parenting, mostly with single mothers. I'm sorry to say this, but mostly with single mothers who've gone through a lot of heartbreak and damaged relationships. Please don't take it out on your kids.
Don't.
Yeah, a kid is I always say a kid is an innocent soul.
I was listening to also something, and they were talking about between baby mamas and baby daddies who are always more bitter. And one guy came up and said, like, it doesn't matter, it comes from both sides, because as long as the relationship is not working between the baby mama and the baby daddy, the ile emotions zote ni mtoto wanapata. Emotions zote, the ile emotions, it's the child who goes through this trauma.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it's quite sad, but just be there for your kids, having in mind that tu mtoto akukwambia umzae au kutumia barua mam ndio nitoe or anything. You did what you did and you got what you got. So be nice to your kids. Generally, guys, it has been a beautiful conversation.
I've learned a lot. It's been amazing,
It's been insightful. Thank you guys who watch. I have friends from work who watch. One of them told me today, I love your conversation.
Okay.
And she was like,
Thank you too. I don't know you, but thank you.
Okay, me, I want to give a shout out to my friend. Her name is Kate, and she lives in the UK. She's a psychologist. Yes, she was telling, like, she listens to our content. She was even willing to give us content about mental health and something. So shout out to you, Kate.
I also want to give a shout out to my friend Salma. Thank you very much. This is one person who calls me every Monday. Where Bona bado mja post content. Bona hii wiki mja post. Bona mnatuweka. Even the kid is like, I know Auntie Danda, the podcaster. Thank you.
Thank you. And to all our men. To all our men who watch our content because they're just supporting us, thank you.
Thank you.
Big shout out to Chris. Chris has been our #1 fan ever since we started. Like, if we go 2 weeks without us posting anything, he'll always be like, yo, what is happening? Yo, why isn't there content on your YouTube?
And why are we forgetting the great guy that we met the other day?
Okof. Yeah. Mashallah.
Yeah,
Okof is the brain behind some of our work. Yeah, and soon we're going to do more and match with him as time goes by. But we're really thankful for the much advice you gave us.
Sure.
Yeah, he's into content creation in a very broad way.
So as we said, guys, in the beginning, that you're going to be having something. So this is the thing, you're going to be giving shout outs every week to the people who are going to be our loyal followers.
Yes.
So that's what you're going to be doing. So always stay tuned till the end so that you can get a shout out as our loyal fan.
And we promise to give a shout out to you who is watching. And don't forget, comment please.
Yes.
And subscribe.
Big shout out before I log out, Brian Mwangi. Thank you. Nice time, guys. Thank you for always keeping it tuned. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comment section. Give us your feedback. Was it good? Was it bad? I saw the last post someone said, when did your sitting positions change? Like, this guy was like, mbona mechange sitting positions? So thank you, at least you noticed. So we've gone back to no, not yet. We'll be changing.
We'll just be changing.
We're even looking to changing venues for the shooting and all that. So it's going to be a beautiful month. Stay tuned, guys.
We love you all. So follow me on my personal, I'll always tell you, follow me on my personal accounts as Muniva Daniel on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Just follow me. For more insights of Muniva.
For me, follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Nanda Kisoro.
For me, I'm Abigail Anita on all my social media handles, all my social media accounts. And also, we are the Cohorts Podcast KE. Yes, we are the Cohorts Podcast KE on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Tokila Mahali, at TikTok.
TikTok. Bye guys.
Adios. We love you.
We are signing out as the Cohorts.